Oh, oh God, oh God. Dense, chewy, flavorless, all of the above. Hi, I'm Alexis, and I'm always up for a challenge. That's why I've taken to the internet to decide what appliance I should use to make a 3-course meal. At the end, a surprise guest will come on and they'll have to guess what I used to cook with. We've gone through the comments from our previous episodes and you've chosen what I'm gonna use. Let's check it out. Not bad, not bad. This feels like the most close thing to actually cooking that I've used so far. That said, I haven't used a toaster oven in like over a decade, so who knows? Back in the early days of Tasty, they had a really small kitchen and they were just using toaster ovens. So if they can do it, so can I, right? So my producer has graciously let me do a bit of research. We know how it went when I didn't get to last time, so. Oh, shit. I'm gonna see what they have to say. Toaster ovens have a lot of hot spots, so it's really important to rotate the pan as you're going. Really good tip, probably wouldn't have done it. Okay, let me check this out. Huh, okay, they have a broil. That's big. This feels... okay, feels good. I've chosen my recipes. I feel like I have kind of a handle on how this works. It's gonna be challenging, but I think I have some good ideas. I'm pretty excited. So I'm starting off with dessert. I'm making strawberry shortcake. I've made it 4 times than I can count. I actually made these biscuits for a Tasty 101 about grilled desserts, and they're really easy, they're really great. So that's not really what worries me. I know it goes up to 450 degrees, which is amazing, that's all I need. But I'm just kind of skeptical that this is gonna get an even bake all the way through. So first things first, I'm gonna preheat the toaster oven. I'm adding 2 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, teaspoon of salt. Little salt actually helps enhance the flavor and will actually make it sweeter and more delicious. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So just whisk it all together. Look how easy this is. I've got frozen butter here and I'm gonna grate it with a cheese grater. This is a really easy way to get it evenly combined with the flour. And then you just toss it, adding the milk. Could also use buttermilk. Combine it to make this kind of shaggy dough. One of the perks is that it doesn't have to rest. You're just gonna fold it over a few times. That's gonna create layers. 5 or 6 times is enough. More than that is actually gonna kind of like squash the butter. Okay, so this is a really fun pro tip. Fun for me. So if you dip your cookie cutter in some flour, press down, and then take it immediately up. So no twisting. It'll actually help prevent the layers from getting smushed. It'll create like a really airy biscuit. I'm gonna brush them with a little bit of milk. The milk is just gonna give them a glossy finish on top. You could use heavy cream, you could do an egg wash. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top, add some nice texture, adds a little sweetness. Okay, these look really good. I'm gonna bake it for 6 minutes, and the internet reminded me to flip it halfway, so I'm gonna do that, and then see what happens. While my biscuits bake, I'm gonna work on macerating my strawberries so they get nice and flavorful. I'm just gonna add sugar to the strawberries, which is gonna break them down over a few hours and make them soft and juicy. I'm gonna add some lemon zest and juice just to add a bit of acidity. I think in order to really elevate this and kind of wow and surprise my taste testers, I should add balsamic too. It's a few drops. I don't want it to be overwhelmingly sweet, like saccharine sweet. I just want it to be I want it to taste like my birthday when I was 5. Is that too much to ask? Okay, the biscuits look like they're getting pretty brown on top, but look fairly raw. Okay, they're fully raw in the middle, so more time. I think this could be one of the downsides of a toaster oven is that it's so hot that the top is getting kind of scorched and the middle isn't fully cooking. But, you know, I don't want to make judgments too soon. Might be fine. Because the toaster oven is my only appliance, I need to whip cream by hand. Here we go again. So sorry, it's gonna be a while. Hold on. Whew. Feeling pretty weak. Oh, hold on. Oh God, oh God. The biscuits look like they're getting really dark. maybe it's okay. Oh, honestly, it looks beautiful. It looks like fluffy and light. Great, great. It's a little touch and go with the temperature, but they are honestly perfect, so done one thing. For my second course, I'm going to make a skirt steak with crispy potatoes and a blue cheese compound butter. Usually, if I was making roast potatoes, I would parboil them in water before. It's obviously not an option, so I've got to cook them raw. Parboiling just helps make the inside really light and fluffy and the exterior really crispy. Hopefully I can achieve that by completely omitting a step. I'm going to cut my potatoes into smaller parts so they will take less time. Rosemary. Easy, easy, easy. Salt and pepper. Just gonna toss it together. Look, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, when this heats up, these will be ready to go. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a blue cheese chive compound butter. And a compound butter is basically just infusing butter with other flavors, chilling it. I love blue cheese. I love all cheese. Like, yes, it is pungent. You know, I think people get afraid of things because of certain like smells, or it's like, oh, that's weird, it's mold. But like, spoiler, all cheese is mold. I was just gonna, you know, kind of mash this up, but my butter looks a little stiff. So maybe if I just put it on top of the toaster oven, it'll melt a little. This was so smart. So smart. It's like the perfect consistency. I love toaster ovens. Who knew? Get it really incorporated so that the flavor's everywhere and you're not just taking like one big bite of blue cheese and then a bite of butter. And then I'm gonna roll it into a log. Okay, see, it doesn't look great yet. But if you kind of fold it down, beautiful. I'm gonna give these potatoes a try. Huh. It's really nice. It's really good. They look great. They look happy. My potatoes are chirping. They're making little crispy potato sounds. Honestly, confidence level is maybe an 8.5, maybe a 9. Maybe it's a 9. I'm gonna make a really simple marinade for my skirt steak. Some garlic, oil, salt, pepper. I thought skirt steak, because it's so thin, would be pretty easy to cook in a toaster oven. For the steak, I'm going to try and broil it. Timer for 5 minutes. It's definitely cooking. Looks a tiny bit gray. I mean, gray meat isn't super appealing to me. Let me just check the cook on this. I mean, it looks really good. Skirt steak is so thin, it's really easy to overcook, so you want it to be pink in the middle. Huh, it's a touch chewy. The flavor is really good. It's just that the Maillard reaction creates this crust. It creates the flavor, and it's just kind of gray right now. Okay. What if I put a cast iron pan, preheated it in here, and then cooked the steak in the cast iron? I'm gonna test it on another piece of steak, and we'll see what happens. It's actually like starting to smoke, which might be good for me. So I'm just gonna put the steak right on. Okay, this is boding very well. Oh man, didn't do anything. No, somehow made it chewier. What am I gonna do? My confidence level on the steak is like a 5. Good flavor, bad texture. New idea. I'm going to take the rack from another toaster oven, put it on the second slot, put the tray underneath, and then put the steak directly on the rack. No matter what happens with this round, I have to make it work. I really don't want to serve rubber steak, but if I have to, I'll cover it with a lot of compound butter. Okay, I think my steak is done. Ooh, this is so weird. You know, it's not the prettiest thing I've ever made, that's for sure. I think this is as good as it's gonna get though, and I have to move on, so I'm just gonna go let this rest on the side. I still love the toaster oven, but I guess it can't do everything. So for my appetizer, I'm going to do a baked calamari. Normally I would deep fry this and get it really crispy, delicious, you know, dippable. And I'm not sure if that's gonna happen in a toaster oven, but we'll see if I can get something close to it. I've got some mixed calamari, tubes and tentacles. I know that people can get really freaked out by the tentacles, but it's part of the animal. Gonna dip it in flour first, then egg, and then panko. After my steak snafu, my confidence level is dwindling right now. Okay, moment of truth. I have it at 450, which is the highest that this toaster oven goes, and I'm gonna give it 5-10 minutes. I imagine it'll be closer to 10, but I've never baked calamari before, so. Huh, looks a little weird. Calamari looks crispy in some places. It doesn't exactly look fried, but baked calamari, not a thing for a reason. I'm gonna move on to my aioli. So I'm just grating some garlic into some egg yolks. Add a bit of mustard, which is gonna help emulsify it. A little salt, whisk to combine. So the trick with making an aioli is to go drop by drop. If you add too much oil to begin with, it's never going to form an emulsion and it's gonna break and be loose. You want it to be like thick and dippable. I mean like literally a drop. Whoop. And whisk. Add some lemon juice. It's beautiful. It's really good. Let's see. This is not good. Dense, chewy, flavorless, all of the above. So my guests, multiple, are on the way, so I've got to start plating and hope for the best. I feel like I started really strong here and honestly just plummeted.
Oh, I'm starting?
You just say your name. Hi, I'm Claudia.
And I'm Adam.
And back in the day, 2015, when Tasty just started, Adam and I were two of the original producers. Before the Tasty Kitchen that you guys know today, we were cooking in the original BuzzFeed studios, which did not have an oven or a stove. So we were relying on hot plates, microwave, toaster oven. Alexis has cooked with a lot of crazy stuff in the past, so I'm really excited to see what she's made for us today.
Alexis, are you ready? I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Bring them in!
Hi!
So good to see you.
So good to see you. Hello. Good to see you.
How'd it go?
You know, I'll let you be the judge of that. Course number one, we've got baked calamari and aioli.
So it's baked.
Yes.
Baked. That's good to me.
I dunked it in mayonnaise, so.
Honestly, that was.
I mean, I'll have another.
That was my move.
Quite
Okay,
good.
so more exciting than baked calamari, we've got skirt steak and compound butter and crispy potatoes.
Oh my god, this looks amazing. Potatoes look
a lot of
suspiciously really good. This is unfair that whatever you use, you're able to make this meal. I kind of forgot we're supposed to be guessing what the appliance is. That I'm like I'm just into the meal now.
This is how it would look if you
Yeah.
had the proper tools to
Right.
make it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this entree?
Solid 8.
Yeah.
Much more exciting. Like strawberry shortcake with some macerated berries, some hand-whipped cream.
And your version of strawberry shortcake is made with what appliance?
What appliance do you think?
Well, everything's so well browned and like cooked. You did use an iron one time though, and that looked pretty damn good. I would not have guessed that in a million years.
Lawnmower.
Definitely a lawnmower.
Like a toaster, like a slotted toaster.
You're not far off.
Toaster
it is
oven?
Not it is a toaster oven.
Ah, okay.
That's impressive.
I love that because we used to make a lot of early tasty stuff.
That's what
in
we
toaster
said.
ovens, and like I have always, after doing that, been a proponent of like if you have a hot plate and a toaster oven,
You can do
make
anything.
I mean,
delicious.
it would be concerning if it was just as good as if you didn't have a $5,000
Okay,
oven.
this is, you're coming with me the rest
who,
of the
who
season.
is sponsored by?
I'm just gonna.
Is he gonna leave anything for me? Okay, all right.
Oh, it's great.
I'll get a to-go box. That was amazing. Congratulations.
So kind. I did it. Adam and Claudia were so generous with their feedback. They were so encouraging and supportive. They seemed to like everything I made. So, you know, my takeaway is that I am my own worst critic. And I feel excited for the rest of the season, for whatever else you're you're gonna throw at me. If you make anything in a toaster oven, tag me. I'd love to see what you can do, and comment below to guess what appliance is gonna be next. I feel kind of out of my element. Now the real pressure. Problem, this feels weird. That would derail this entire thing. Welcome back to Chef Out of Water. I'm Alexis, and I'm a chef who's always up for a challenge. I've taken to the internet to see what appliance I should use to make a 3-course meal. At the end, I'll have a surprise guest come on, and they'll try to guess what I used. A blender? Do I get anything else?
Nope.
Why? This is gonna take some extra creativity. Okay, here's my game plan. I'm going to make a 3-course raw meal because clearly I can't cook meat with this. But I think I can make something pretty good and pretty exciting, nonetheless. For dessert today, I'm making a dark chocolate mousse. It's gonna be a learning experience for both of us. First, I'm going to chop my chocolate. Problem, the chocolate's not gonna melt in the blender. If I was doing this, you know, with a stove, I would use a double boiler. I might even use a microwave, but I can't do that. Okay, this is kind of crazy, but it's a really hot summer day in Los Angeles. I wonder if I put the chocolate outside in a bowl, if it'll melt. This is so weird. For the appetizer, I'm going to make a raw walnut spread pate. I've never made anything like this, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm not sure about the consistency, the flavors. Heat brings out flavor, which I don't have the luxury of using. So I need to add flavor with other ingredients. First off, I've been soaking walnuts for a little while. Soaking them is just gonna make them more creamy, more easy to blend. I guess I'm gonna start with adding some walnuts, some fresh herbs. Got some sage, rosemary, parsley, some olive oil, some nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is just dehydrated yeast. It adds this really kind of like a nutty, savory flavor. A lot of diets use it as a replacement for cheese or like a cheesy flavor. Sometimes it's called nooch too. Little vinegar. I also thought some soy sauce could be interesting just to add some complexity. It smells kind of like a natural food shop. I feel like it needs more liquid. It needs something to make it more spreadable. Water. It needs some work. More water. You can see that it's starting to get really creamy and pulverized at the bottom. The top isn't there yet, but this feels like the texture I want. Like something smooth, dippable, something like pate. Typically, pate is made out of liver, and it has a really smooth, buttery consistency. I don't think I can get it quite to that degree, but I'd like to get it more on a dippable path. I kind of think this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm curious to see how it is when it sets up. After tasting this pate, I feel like I'm at a 7 right now. I feel pretty confident. It's good. A little weird, but it's good. Oh my God, this actually worked. It's not perfect, you know, some chunks, but I think it's gonna work. Avocado for creaminess. I'm gonna add some coconut cream from the top. Also some coconut oil, little vanilla, pinch of salt. My sun melted chocolate. Look at that. It's pretty melty. I'm gonna add half a banana just to add a little more creaminess, maybe a splash of maple syrup. It's delicious. I'm going to put the mousse in these little ramekins to chill for a few hours, so they'll get set up in more mousse-like, and then I can move on. For my entree, I'm going to make a raw lasagna. I'm going to use the zucchini as noodles and make a pesto, make a sun-dried tomato spread, and a cashew ricotta. I have never done any of those things, but I have had lots of real lasagna, so, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna thinly slice the zucchini and then let them sit out and sprinkle them with salt to draw out some moisture. It'll also add some flavor to the zucchini, which honestly they need because it's raw. So I'm gonna put this off to the side and move on to making my cashew ricotta. I've been soaking these cashews for a while. Again, that's just to make them really creamy. Wow, the cashews feel really, oh my God, they're so soft. I think it's gonna be pretty creamy. So for the nut pate, I think I did about 2 tablespoons in all, so I think I can be pretty generous with this, especially if I'm trying to emulate cheese. I feel kind of out of my element, not because of the blender, but just because I'm making food that I don't normally make and using flavors and ingredients that I don't normally use. I don't eat a lot of nut-based cheeses, but this is what they look like. You know, it doesn't totally look like ricotta, but I think once it's layered with the other components, it's gonna kind of like blend right in. Next up is my pesto. Traditionally, pesto is made in a mortar and pestle, but blender, totally fine. I'm adding a bunch of basil, garlic. This is a pretty big clove, so I'm just gonna do half for now. Pine nuts, and then some Parmesan.
Do not put Parmesan in. No dairy on this one for our taste tester.
Great, great. Okay. It's really lucky for them that it is all raw and so far hasn't had dairy. Great. Since we're going dairy-free, that means no Parmesan, I'm going to use nooch as a replacement for the parm. It'll give that umami, nutty, kind of savory flavor. It's delicious. I'm gonna raise my confidence level to an 8. The last component of my lasagna is the tomato sauce, so I'm gonna have some raw tomato, some sun-dried tomato, garlic, olive oil. Oh, it looks really good. I think the sauce is ready. I can start assembling. I think I'm gonna do 2 next to each other. I'll start with a layer of the tomato, zucchini on top, and then I think cheese. I think this looks really pretty. I actually think I would serve this at a dinner. The layers on the side are so cool. Wow, wow, this is really cool. I feel like a proud mom. This is my baby. Wow. My dark chocolate mousse has set really well. You can totally set. I'm just gonna add some dark chocolate shavings, maybe some salt, some strawberries on the side. Simple, elegant, rustic. Last up for plating is my walnut pate. Some olive oil, salt, some chives. Wow, okay, this looks great. I'm really excited to see if the taste tester can guess what appliance I used. Let's find out.
Hello, my name is Merle. I was a tasty producer for quite a few years, and now I'm a video producer for Goodful. I was a voracious meat eater for most of my life, and I've been vegetarian for 4 years now and vegan for 1 year now. Fun fact about me, I can juggle. So I'm about to try the 3 courses that Alexis made for me, and I really hope that I can guess what the secret appliance was. I feel like I can.
Moment of truth.
Bring him in.
Knock, knock. This is a gift. Hi. What's up, queen? So good to see you.
Thanks.
Of everyone who could be eating this meal, you are the perfect person.
Oh, wow. Cool. Wait, I'm so excited.
Course 1.
Kind of looks like pate. But you wouldn't do that, obviously. Okay.
This is a dairy-free, meat-free pate.
Okay.
So you are safe to eat it.
Cool. Look at all those little chives. Wow. Punchy.
Punchy. Very, the acid really brightens with time.
Holy moly. Wow, I feel like very wealthy eating this.
This is a raw lasagna, which is my pride and joy. I feel so excited.
It's so beautiful.
It's meat-free, it's dairy-free.
Oh, bless you. Bless you,
Can you-
Alexis. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. Okay, here we go.
Moment of truth. Can I try it too?
It's unbelievable. The sauce, dude.
This is so good.
What is this sauce? Is this sun-dried tomatoes?
Yeah. And for dessert, a dark chocolate mousse, which is also dairy-free.
Whoa.
It's like a pudding cup.
It just vanished in my mouth. It just evaporated. Oh my God, Alexis. Truly, 5-star Yelp review. Get it Postmates to me.
So, Merle, final
Yes.
question. What do you think I made these 3 dishes with? 1 appliance.
I'm gonna say this because it's been with me in the back of my mind all day. Is it a blender?
It's a blender! Oh my God, it's a blender! It's a blender! You did it!
Wait, no, you did it. You did it. I didn't do anything.
We did it.
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy. And this thing just came out.
She's
Hold five.
That went better than I could have ever imagined. You know, this morning I felt kind of ambivalent, unenthusiastic, and you know, this day totally turned around. I feel like I learned so much about what you can do with a blender, about raw food. I feel really inspired. I feel like my creativity is kind of flowing. If you make anything really cool and really unusual in a blender, tag me on Instagram, let me know. Internet, you thought you had me with the blender, but it turned out to be a win. What do you think's in store next time? Comment below. I have to be honest, I don't know what to do. The technology is getting in the way of cooking. Okay. Welcome back to Chef Out of Water. I'm Alexis, your chef who is always up for a challenge. That's why I've taken to the internet for you to decide what I should cook with next. At the end, a surprise guest will come on and they'll have to guess what I used to make the meal. I don't know who I'm cooking for and they don't know what I'm using. So let's see what's next. Okay. These are like the most basic rice cookers on the planet, but this feels fine. You know, if I could make it work with a blender, I think I can make it work with a rice cooker. Of course, I've used a rice cooker to make rice before, but never anything else. I've got a lot of questions. Do I get research?
Yes.
Great. So it turns out people make all sorts of things with rice cookers. There's cakes, there's curries, there's sauces. I feel like there's a lot of possibilities here. Little rice cup, little spoon, steamer. I think this is gonna be really interesting that it only has 2 features, which are cook and warm. If I can get the bottom heated and use it to saute things, the world is my oyster. I feel like I'm ready to go. My confidence level today is actually like an 8.5. Am I gonna kick myself for saying that? I'm gonna start off with dessert. I'm going to try to make a chocolate cake today. I think the first thing I need to do is put it on. There's not really an on or off button, it's just plugging it in, which feels pretty dangerous. No idea how long it takes to preheat, but I'm gonna let that go. Got some room temperature butter, brown sugar, white sugar, eggs, vanilla. I'm gonna add some yogurt, which I know feels a little out there, but it's just adding more fat. Flour, cocoa powder, baking powder. This is all very standard. Again, this is all gonna be by hand because I am not allowed to use anything else. Rice cookers are basically steam, so it'll be more like a steamed cake than a baked cake. So I'm hoping it can be really light and fluffy, but I don't know what temperature this gets to. I don't know how consistent the heat is, so it all feels a bit vague. Cake ready. I'm gonna grease this down, but to prevent sticking, I'm gonna put parchment on the bottom too. Fancy trick time. To get a perfect circle, take a piece of parchment, bigger than your surface. I'm gonna fold it over like this, and then you put it over your bowl and you just cut like this. Circle. Oh, ow. The pot is hot. So cake batter in the rice cooker. This feels very weird. This cake usually takes about 35 minutes. I have absolutely no idea how long it's gonna take, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on it and move on to my next course. Chicken and potatoes, classic. This actually isn't a chicken, it's a Cornish game hen because this is so small, a chicken wasn't gonna fit inside. I'm gonna try to get some color from the bottom, but just in case I can't get like a crispy skin, I thought doing like some paprika rub would help give it some color. I've got paprika, cumin, coriander, salt, pepper. It's beautiful, great color. Okay, something concerning, the rice cooker has switched from cook to warm. And when I press cook, it just goes to warm. Every time it switches to warm, I need to take the entire thing out, unplug it, replug it, and put it back in, switch it to cook. This definitely derails my plan a bit in terms of cooking and consistency, since clearly it's not gonna go for more than a few minutes. I'm just cutting some aromatics right now to add some flavor to the base of the chicken. Oh, this is gonna be a long day. This barely fits in it. It's making the right sound. The chicken smells amazing. It sounds right, it smells right. I'm gonna give it a flip. Wow, this is gorgeous. Free, fly free. I'm just gonna get a little more color on, oh, this is switched to warm too, huh? I have to be honest, I don't know what to do. I can't cook a chicken in a warming vent. It feels like something's wrong with this machine. It can't be me. I know about machines. So my chicken got browned, but the machine keeps going on and off. We've looked at Amazon reviews, did a lot more research on the internet, and I think it just needs more moisture. So onions are going in, garlic, halved, some flavor. This cake is cooking. It's not fully cooked yet, but it's quite good. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna make another cake batter that's a little more moist, steam it in the steamer basket, put in water below, keep switching it on and off. It is cooking, so I think I just need to be really diligent. This feels like a little out of sorts, but my confidence level is still pretty high. I would say I'm at a 7 right now. I thought this was gonna be such an easy one. I was like, rice cooker, no problem. Some problems. So the cake looks like it's actually staying uncooked, which I think is because of the water in the base. I think for the chicken, I need to get it back to cook and then cook it with some white wine so that it adds more moisture. It smells absolutely incredible. Okay, so I've got my onions, my garlic, my chicken, and wine. It's on cook, lid on. We wait. I was thinking, like, do I serve this as a whole hen? Like a little cute hen? My cake looks wild, but it's definitely cooking. The day started off with a few snafus, but I think we're back. I think I figured out the power. If I can just keep the heat on and consistent, I'm golden. You know, it doesn't have that crispy skin because it was kind of like in liquid, kind of poaching, but there's some browning. It's quite pretty. This is gorgeous. There's like all this sauciness. It's garlicky, oniony. I'm gonna try to just cook it down for a few more minutes as long as the cook is gonna stay on. It's divine. Like you could just dip bread in this and call it a day. Now that my chicken's done, I'm gonna get my potatoes ready. The steamer basket worked with cake. With potatoes, it makes even more sense, so try it. Okay. Potatoes going, cake. Maybe we should be steaming cakes more often. Feels really good. That was like pretty painless.
Okay.
Looks like my potatoes are nearly ready. I'm just gonna heat some milk and heavy cream, some rosemary. I have a whole head of garlic that I crushed. I'm just gonna get that warmed up so it'll get really infused, and I'm gonna incorporate that into the mashed potatoes. Got a potato ricer, which is a tool, but it's not a mechanical tool, so I think it's okay to use. This is like my favorite thing in the world to do. Whoa, it's so weird. Oh my God, I love it. It looks so beautiful. These potatoes are gorgeous. If I had a better rice cooker, I think this would be actually pretty effective. Because the rice cooker doesn't have a lot of power, it took honestly like 40 minutes for the potatoes to become tender. And they could have been tender in like 10 minutes on the stove, but the result is great. Ooh, okay. My milk and cream mixture looks like it's ready. Ooh, it's actually boiling. Damn. Oh my God, it smells so good. If you dumped all of the milk and cream in here, it would just become like a gloopy mess, but if you do it bit by bit, it'll get absorbed into the potatoes. They're so good. Oh my God. My confidence level, if it's about these potatoes, 10. My chocolate cake is cool. It looks kind of like a brain. It's got all these really weird ripples. Anyway, I'm gonna make a chocolate frosting, and I thought I could melt some chocolate in the steamer basket. I'm gonna treat the rice cooker as if it was a double boiler, so that means water in the bottom. I also have mini chocolate chips because I thought they would melt faster. I'm gonna make the base of the frosting while the chocolate melts. So this would be about 1 billion times easier with a hand mixer or a stand mixer, but you know the drill. I've got really soft butter, vanilla, a little bit of cream. Oh God, this is gonna be a pain. Oh no, no. I'm gonna take my cooled cake and I'm gonna cut out 3 mini cakes and kind of make like a mini chocolate. I'm gonna make a mini chocolate layer cake. Okay, if I stack 3 of them, that looks absolutely crazy. But I could cut them in half and do thinner layers. Oh, I could make a 4-layer cake. God, this is so fun. The chocolate's good. It's only right to try the frosting with the cake. This looks ridiculous. 4 looks crazy, but go big or go home. I think I'm gonna lean into the rustic look and put some berries around it to serve. Finally, a dish that makes sense for a rice cooker. I'm going to make mussels and white wine. Super easy. Mussels are in so many fancy restaurants. I think it's definitely something people associate with a higher price tag, but the whole joke is that mussels are actually super inexpensive. They're one of the most affordable seafood options, and they're so easy to make. I thought I would make the broth in the base and then put the mussels in the steamer basket on top. Onions, garlic, pepper flakes, white wine. I want the alcohol to be cooked out of this and just have the flavor of the wine. You don't need much to give mussels such an incredible flavor. The taste tester better like mussels. That would be so sad. My broth is ready. I'm just going to add the steamer basket right on top, lid. Cook them until they open, so it should be a few minutes. It's a moment of truth. Wow, they're so pretty. Ooh, this broth looks so good. I just added some lemon, adding parsley. It looks absolutely perfect. Can I be the taste tester? I'm so excited. Honestly, confidence level 10. I'm ready.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm a video producer at BuzzFeed. I make branded content. My favorite food is sushi. My least favorite food is my mother's Brussels sprouts. I cook out of necessity. I don't cook for pleasure. Like last night I had plain chicken and plain pasta, and I ate it in the dark. Alexis has made a 3-course meal for me with a mystery appliance. I don't know what the appliance is, but I'm going to try and guess.
Okay, you know what? Bring him in. Such a treat.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm a treat.
You're a treat.
You're a treat.
Oh. Are you ready?
I am. Are you?
I am about a level 10 right now, so I am so ready.
10 out of.
10 out of 10. Okay. For your first course, you have mussels and white wine.
Very nice.
Do you like mussels?
I love mussels.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was worried about.
Okay, cool. That's great. They're cooked well.
I am gonna take that as a win.
Yeah, of course
Great.
it's a win.
Great.
Oh, I have to stop?
You can keep going.
All right.
Okay.
Oh my God!
I'm so glad you're hungry because this is a Cornish game hen, which is a little smaller, over some sauteed onions and mashed potatoes.
It's really good. I just can't talk right now.
I'll give it a try.
Okay, go ahead.
This is so good.
Yeah, it is. Well seasoned. This is probably like a $30 meal right here. Whoa!
So for dessert, you have your own mini chocolate cake.
Oh damn, that's good.
What do you think I used to make this meal?
There had to be enough heat to get this crust and like this, curling iron.
No.
I want to get it right. Rice, wait, you already did a rice cooker, no? Or did you? Did you do a rice cooker?
I don't know.
A bathtub. Oh, that's a bad guess. That's such a bad guess.
When you said rice cooker before, you were right.
I was right? Wow.
Rice cooker!
Wow.
Does that make this more or less impressive?
Oh, totally impressive. It ups the wow factor. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome,
This
Ryan.
is a treat. And I'm gonna go now. I'm probably gonna take some food with me.
Take whatever you want.
Awesome. I'm gonna spill for sure.
Oh, I like that
100%.
combination, cake and mussels. Yeah.
It balances out.
Bye.
All right, bye.
I'm so glad he liked it. Honestly, it was really, really good. Like after the blender, after today, I'm feeling good and really confident. Whatever's next, I'm ready. Comment below to let me know what you've made in a rice cooker. I'm the chef that loves a challenge. Oh no. This is a toy of a marshmallow explosion. Oh, this is smoking. I smell something burny. Stand by. Welcome back to Chef Out of Water. I'm Alexis, a chef who's always up for a challenge. That's why I've taken to the internet for you to decide what I should cook with next. At the end, there'll be a surprise guest who will have to guess what I used to make the meal. I don't know who I'm cooking for, and they don't know what appliance I'm using, so let's get to it. An easy bake oven. This is crazy. There's like not even a full inch of space. My hand is bigger than this tray. This is a joke. As a kid, I dreamt about having an easy bake oven, and now my dream is my nightmare.
I have something else to add for you, by the way.
Oh no.
You need to make 3 after-school snacks.
Okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I think I have a plan. We'll see if it works. For the first course, I'm going to make a personal pizza. To make it really delicious, I'm gonna start off making my own dough. So I've got my warm water, I'm gonna sprinkle some yeast over it and let it bloom. Meantime, I'm gonna whisk my sugar, salt, and olive oil. This is gonna be a really simple, quick pizza dough. You can tell when the yeast is blooming because it'll start to bubble a little. Yeast looks foamy and good. Gonna add that to the oil and adding the flour. I just had the thought that pizza usually cooks at really, really high temperatures. The internet told me this only gets to 350, so pizza dough might be a bad idea. Maybe if I roll the dough out super thin, I'm gonna let this rise in this oiled bowl. While my pizza dough rises, I'm gonna get started on my next course because it's gonna take a long time. For my next course, I'm going to do nachos. I had this idea that I could make my own tortilla chips by just cutting the tortillas, brushing them with oil, and hopefully they'll crisp up in the Easy Bake Oven. Let's see how this goes. Gonna add some spices to my ground beef. Some salt, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, paprika, cayenne, and I guess I'll just mix it. Ground beef needs to cook to 160 degrees, so it should be able to work in here. I just don't know how long it'll take, and again, I don't think it's gonna get that browning. I have a feeling it might be kind of gray. I'm gonna check on these chips. Okay, it's not quite there, but it's actually kind of working. Like there's some crispiness here. Okay, but here's the thing. It's gonna take me like 3 hours just to make chips. Is there any way that I can have some help?
I have a lifeline for you. Meet your sous chef.
Oh, hi.
My sous chef turns out to be my best friend.
Yeah. And I got one too.
Okay, so the first step, we have to preheat it.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
I know this is crazy, but we have to do it like 2 chips at a time.
Okay.
I think while I work on chips, I'll have you work on ground beef.
Okay. I really want to use this.
Let's have to push them.
Got it. Okay. Got it. I heard that.
I mean, how crispy do you need chips to be, really? You know what? I think we can pivot to mini tacos.
That's cool.
I think it's time to check.
Okay. Oh. Ooh. It's like, oh wait, and I can do this.
Oh my God.
It's, okay.
Wow, okay, this is kind of cooked.
I know.
Holy.
I'm shocked.
Okay, we have a long way to go. But I think if you keep doing the beef,
Yeah.
we'll be good.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut out some mini tortillas from the big one because this doesn't fit in the slot, but this does. So we wait.
Yeah. Yes.
I got one. Okay, wait, this is like a chip.
Why is that so much better?
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stick with nachos.
This one goes back?
Yep. You're getting so good at this.
Wow. It's a beautifully designed machine.
Chip! I have 2 chips. That looks great. Look at our beef. Wow. We've done one thing. So we've got 2 in here, 1 in here. So we're actually almost at 10.
Oh,
It should only take 25 more minutes for the personal pizza.
1 sausage.
Okay, if you can remove the casing and crumble it up, I'm gonna do it the same way that the ground beef.
Okay.
I was thinking of sausage, pepper, onion pizza. It feels a little ambitious now, but I think the pepper and onion can just be, we'll kind of roast. Wait. Oh, this is smoking. Uh-oh. One very crispy chip. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It'll be on the bottom of the pile.
Some people, that would be their favorite chip.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yours are beautiful. Ooh.
Sorry.
2 chips, love it.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna do 9 chips. That feels sufficient. Ooh, wow, this dough is...
Wow, it's feisty. I think she's doing well. I think we're coming to the part I'm nervous about.
Okay, if you can get that cookie cutter and stamp out 2
Circles.
circles. Okay, can you check the sausage? I bet it's done. I'm gonna check the peppers and we'll see where we're at.
All right.
Ooh, look at the peppers. Do you think the sausage is ready?
Whoa, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my God, that's
Amazing. Okay.
Do you want to do it?
The honors. It's like a real pizza.
Here, I'll check this in.
My confidence level about the pizza is a 7.
Cool.
Oh, you seem...
No, I'm happy for you.
Yikes. Can you check the pizza?
Gladly.
I just took these onions out. We have, it actually looks, it looks really good.
It smells good too. It smells like very doughy.
Right?
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Okay, these look amazing. I mean, this is, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Cool.
The bottom has some brown.
So into it.
They're, I mean, this smells, it smells amazing. It's kind of more like focaccia than pizza, but
Smells great.
it's fine. I think I have it from here.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ryan was the biggest help I could have ever asked for. It's time to start plating. This is pre-made sauce. Got some mozzarella and some of my toppings. I'm so excited for this person to guess what I used. Like, they're gonna have no idea. This is actually really fun. I made a mini pizza with real pizza dough in an easy bake oven. Making food with a kid's toy is so out of my element, but I feel elated. There was a cheese pull. Did you see it? One of my favorite after-school snacks was cookies every single day. So this definitely needs a sweet element, so I'm gonna make a crispy rice snack. I'm just gonna cut some marshmallows, some butter. I've got my marshmallows on, gonna pop them in. I'm gonna layer the nachos with obviously chips, cheese, my ground beef. Got some black beans, tomatoes, and avocado. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Seems to be a bit of a marshmallow explosion. Woo! Shoot, okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Pressure is on. I feel better about this. This looks good. Gonna add chocolate chips. I'm gonna go find a cookie cutter and like put this into a cute shape. Oh my God, this is so cute. Okay, I've been told that the taste tester's here and they're ready to try, and I can't wait to see if they can guess what I've used.
My name is Jonas, and I'm 9 years old. The first time Alexis cooked for me was on I Draw You Cook robot episodes.
We heard you really like robots.
Beep, boop, bop, bop, boop, beep. Let's eat.
I actually love it. I think it looks so weird and cool.
The cookie dish.
That's mine.
That was amazing! Today, Alexis made 3 snacks for me, and I have to guess what she used to make it.
I'm so proud of everything I made, and I can't wait to see what this taste tester thinks. Let's bring him out.
Bring him out!
Hi! High five. Let me get you something. Wow. It's so good to see you again.
You too.
How's it going?
Good.
For your first after-school snack, you have nachos.
Good. Tastes like nachos.
Ooh, great. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give these nachos?
An 8.
Great. I'll take it. You've got mini pizzas with sausage, pepper, and onion.
It's good.
Does it taste like pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe the crust would be a little harder.
I think that's a fair assessment. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this pizza?
A 6.
Fair. Are you ready for your last after-school snack?
It's good.
Hey!
A 10.
A 10? Okay, so we've got an 8, a 6, and a 10. I think that's pretty good.
I don't like that. That she put tomato?
Oh, you don't like tomato, I remember.
Tomato. And this was kind of hard to eat it, like to bite it off. As you can see.
Okay, so now that you've tried all 3 snacks, what do you think I used to make them?
A pan.
Valiant choice.
Oh, I know, a rolling pin for the dough.
I definitely used a rolling pin. What do you think I used to cook it though?
A stove.
Stove.
Oh, wait, no, an oven.
Okay, well, I've got some news for you. I basically used a kid's toy to make all 3 of these.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You used a kid's toy?
Yeah. This is what I used to make this.
I am so impressed with this dish.
Thanks, Jonas.
Bye-bye.
I did make a fatal mistake of not actually trying the chips, so. They're really hard. I still made chips in an easy bake oven. Okay, the chips are fairly inedible. But overall, I think this day was such a success. I feel so proud and excited, and I just had absolutely no idea that any of this was possible. And you know I said easy bake ovens were a nightmare, but I think I just fulfilled a childhood fantasy. Comment below and let me know what you make in your easy bake ovens. Welcome back to Chef Out of Water. I'm Alexis, and I'm a chef who's always up for a challenge. That's why I've taken to the internet to decide what I should cook with today. I don't know who I'm cooking for, and they don't know what I'm gonna use, so let's see what's in this box. This feels like a personal attack. You know, last time when I used a microwave, it didn't go exactly as planned, per se. Oh my God. I honestly, this is a disaster. I'm really hoping to redeem myself this time and make something that I'm actually proud of. Do I at least get research this time?
Nope, but I have something better.
Better than research?
Hi Alexis and Tasty, I'm Gemma Stafford, a professional chef, cookbook author, and the host of the online baking show, Bigger Bolder Baking. Now, although I'm a professionally trained chef, I do know a thing or two about cooking in the microwave. Some of my most famous recipes have been a pizza in a mug, a 3-layered cake in the microwave, and even a whole batch of brownies made in the microwave.
Okay, these look amazing. I didn't even know that was possible.
Alexis, here are some of my microwave tips to get you through this challenge successfully. Tip number 1, err on the side of caution when it comes to your timing. Start out with around 2 to 3 minutes on the clock, then check in the microwave, and if you need more time after that, do shorter increments.
I think that's one of the biggest takeaways from last time is I was doing really long increments and stuff was catching on fire.
Tip number 2, microwave on full power. Personally, I don't use any of the settings on my microwave. If you follow tip number 1, you'll be more in control of the time and less likely to set the place on fire.
I feel really comforted that Gemma doesn't use different voltages. It feels kind of intimidating to me, and if she doesn't, I don't need to do it either.
Okay, tip number 3, Alexis, stay close to the microwave when it's on. I watched your previous challenge and you went all the way around the kitchen. When you put something in there, stay close by so you can keep an eye on it and you're less likely to have anything go wrong.
Okay, I think this is just a good tip for being in the kitchen. I should know better.
Alexis, I wish you the very best of luck and don't burn the place down.
She seems to believe in me. I have a second shot. I think I can do this. Instead of a traditional 3-course meal, I'm gonna do 3 different brunch items. 3-course brunch, 1 surprise taste tester, and 1 microwave. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to start off with a quiche. How bad can it go? I'm gonna try to make a crust for the quiche. I know there's a lot of like crustless quiche in a microwave, but again, I wanna try to elevate this. I wanna try to make it a little more advanced. Last time I did burn the crust of my lemon bars, might have caught on fire, but I'm gonna listen to Gemma's advice and go really slowly. This is gonna be a really standard crust. Got my flour, pinch of salt, stir it all around, easy. It's really important that the butter stays cold. Again, cold dairy equals a flaky crust. Once the butter's all in, then you can start using your hands to start breaking it apart. I'm using ice water. You could also use apple cider vinegar. Some people use vodka. It just helps make the dough a bit more tender. So I'm just gonna shape these into 2 discs, wrap them in plastic wrap. They should chill for about an hour, especially because it's so hot in here. I want the dough to be firm so it can roll out to the fridge. So I've got one of my chilled dough discs. Ooh, she's tender. Wow. See those pads of butter? That means super flaky. I love butter. Yes, I do. I love butter. How about you? Another very cool trick. If you want to transport your dough, you can just roll it like this. Oh my God, look how cool this is. And then you can just put it right back on and go like that. Voila, magic. So my dough feels really soft right now just because it's getting so hot from the light. So I'm actually gonna just chill it for maybe 5 minutes. While my crust chills, I'm going to cook off some bacon, 5 minutes with a paper towel. But also, Gemma said to not do anything more than 2 minutes. So I'm gonna do 2 minutes and then increments after that. Look at me learn. That was 7 minutes. Honestly, it looks good. There's still a few parts that aren't super crispy, but it's gonna be baked again in the quiche, so I think it's fine. It's pretty good. So much less rubbery than last time. So I've just got some eggs here. Gonna beat the eggs with some milk, heavy cream. Gonna add a pinch of salt, cheese, bacon. If I was making this quiche at home, I would be doing everything exactly the same up until this point. Par baking is when you bake a crust by itself first, put parchment paper down, and then put something like beans. Some people use pie weights. You wanna make sure that the pie weights are smoothed in an even layer, otherwise you're gonna get some burning underneath. I'm gonna start with 2 minutes. Goodbye. God, I hope this works. I think we're filming on the hottest week of summer. It's certainly a heat wave right now, and there's no AC in this room. You're welcome. I've been doing this for about 15 minutes. Okay, the edges are pretty pale, but the center is getting brown. The edges of the crust definitely need more time, but I think I just have to put the eggs in and see what happens. Otherwise, the bottom's gonna be scorched, so. I mean, this looks great. Really, really, really want this to work. I'm not gonna walk away. I'm gonna just sit right here with this hot microwave and babysit my quiche. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is very weird. It smells great. The quiche needs more time. The crust is still pretty pale. Back in it goes. Okay. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna open it. It's pretty weird, but the crust is like not cooked. I'm gonna let it come to room temperature. I'm gonna try a slice. If it needs to be cooked more, I will reevaluate. Moving on. I'm going to make super fluffy banana chocolate chip pancakes. I actually developed this recipe for Tasty 101. They're legitimately the best pancakes I've ever had, but I've never made them in a microwave, so we'll see. So I've got some flour, a few tablespoons of sugar, pinch of salt, baking powder, and baking soda. I've got my milk, melted butter. I also separated the yolks and the whites for the eggs. It helps them be really fluffy. With pancake batter, you actually want to leave it on the clumpier side and actually see some pockets of flour. It's going to help it make it really fluffy. Then add the egg whites. You just want to stir until the egg whites are just combined. I'm going to do a test without the banana and chocolate chips first because I don't know how long this cooks and I don't want to be wasteful. I'm going to spray down a microwave safe plate and then add some lumpy batter. The pancakes have spread all over the plate, so I think I need to use a smaller plate, or I need to use something that can be like a mold for the pancake. There's literally no one on the planet who wants to eat this. It's not that bad. Wow, okay. So I got a few different vessels. I thought it could be fun to try in a ramekin first and put a little scoop of batter in. Also gonna do 2 minutes straight off. Okay, to me this looks kind of like a little cake more so than a pancake. Let me just see if this one with the lips will help. Okay, doesn't look beautiful, but that's okay. Don't judge a book by its character. Don't judge a book by its character cover. Oh, yes, the heat is getting to me. Honestly, I think it's as good as it's gonna get. I wanna serve them with some fruit, some syrup on the side. I think if there's a few of them, it'll make them a bit more appealing. Voila. They're not totally browned, they're not really fluffy, but it's pretty cute. I think I'm ready to move on to my final course. So far, things are going pretty well. I think my confidence is at a 7. Solid 7. For my final course, I'm going to try to make Eggs Benedict. Traditionally, Eggs Benedict is over Canadian bacon on an English muffin, poached egg on top. I don't really like Canadian bacon, so I'm gonna use prosciutto. Sorry, Canada. I'm gonna cook it just the same way I did the bacon. It's already cured, it doesn't need to be cooked. I just thought it'd be nice to get some like crispiness. 2 minutes. Crispy prosciutto. Wow, that was the easiest thing I've ever done. So I've got some eggs here. I'm gonna pour some water over it and add a little bit of acid. 30 seconds. 2 minutes? A minute. A minute. I'm gonna do a minute. Oh, I mean, it did kind of poach. I need to clean this up, and I'm gonna try again. So that was a bust, to say the least. I'm gonna omit the lemon juice this time and go in 30-second intervals. That feels better. Oh, okay, it's working very slowly. Look at this, oh, poached egg. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, here's the thing. It's still cooked a little too far, but I think if I do like 15 seconds and then another 15 seconds for the last egg, it'll be perfect. No lemon juice, a little less time, poached eggs are happening. This is not perfect. Look at that weird egg. Why did that happen? This is the problem with microwaves, inconsistency. I think I need to get a few more eggs. What in the hell is happening? I thought I just figured it out. Why is it doing this? You know what I think we need? Bigger bowls. I need bigger bowls. Maybe more water, too. And you know what? Back to the lemon juice. Please work. Okay, taking it out. Kind of looks like an egg ghost, but this is beautiful. A little weird, but pretty good. I'm gonna do one more egg. Hopefully it works. I've been told my surprise guest is 15 minutes away, so I'm gonna finish this egg up, move on to the hollandaise, and get plating. So I've got my egg yolks, lemon juice, salt, pinch of cayenne, and then I'm gonna stream the melted butter in, give it a stir, pop it in the microwave. And I think 30 seconds. Hold on. Ooh. It's not the worst hollandaise I've ever had. It's fine. It's totally fine. Hollandaise on top. Woo! Damn, she thick. I'm just gonna add a few chives. I don't wanna shock anyone, but a little flaky sea salt. Okay, I think we're ready for the taste test. What a weird day.
It's me, Gemma Stafford from Bigger Bolder Baking. I'm here in the tasty kitchen to see what Alexis has come up with today. I have a feeling Alexis went pretty ambitious. What she made in the first video, I'm sure she tried to top that, and maybe she's learned a thing or two, so I'm hoping it's going to be a step above.
Come on in.
Oh. Hi.
How are you?
So nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Your video was amazing.
Oh, thank
it was,
you.
I mean, more helpful than any research I could have done.
I have to say, your first attempt was like really ambitious, like slash ballsy. So.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
But you know, you learn from your mistakes, and I'm hoping that you improved on it for today.
Okay, let's get started. So, for brunch number 1, it's a bacon and Gruyere quiche.
Oh my gosh, I love quiche. Did you do the pastry in the microwave?
I did.
Oh my gosh, it's crispy.
Look at that.
That's amazing. You actually have layers in your pastry. That's amazing.
Thank you. Course 2 is Eggs Benedict. It's with crispy prosciutto instead of Canadian bacon because I like it better.
Because it's fancy.
It's fancy.
This is really good flavor.
Thank you.
And I have to commend you the fact that your hollandaise is pretty rockin' and it didn't split.
The hollandaise is a win.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome. I think you nailed it. And the crispy prosciutto.
Oh. Okay, so the third course
Oh my gosh.
is chocolate chip banana pancakes.
That is awesome.
They're not like regular pancakes, obviously, but for a microwave, I feel pretty proud.
Okay, you tasted these?
I did. I did.
It is on the drier side.
It's on the drier side, yeah.
Your strawberries are really good.
I worked very hard on those.
I think there's some things that like can't be beat. I think that's like pancakes from a griddle.
Completely agree.
But I have to say, you absolutely would have fooled me with these other two. I think you killed it compared to the first video, and to here, I think you're moving up in the microwave world.
Moving up. One day I'll be on your level.
Oh yeah, sure, you can come and be on Bigger Bolder Baking. But we're not going to do the pancakes.
Okay, that's fine.
I think you did awesome, and you know what? You did so good. I have a little present for you. So this is a Bigger Bolder Baking mug, specifically for making mug meals in.
Okay, I could have used this like 8 hours ago.
You could have done all of this
Wait,
in this mug.
So...
See, it's a spork and it comes in the handle. So you mix
This is
everything,
amazing.
microwave, you eat it, you're good to go.
Thank you.
So this is for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go.
Sure.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye, Gemma.
Bye.
I feel so good. I feel elated. I feel so proud of myself. This was such a wild day. There were peaks, there were valleys, but ultimately, I think I redeemed myself with the microwave. What's next?
Grab that box over there.
Is this another present? Okay. What am I gonna do with a blindfold? This is a safety hazard to cook blindfolded.
We're going on a trip, Alexis.
Oh God. I think I'm ready.
Previously on Chef Out of Water.
What am I gonna do with a blindfold?
We're going on a trip, Alexis.
Oh God. I think I'm ready. Welcome to the season finale of Chef Out of Water. I'm Alexis, your chef who's always up for a challenge. All season long, the internet has been choosing what I should cook with. And today, it looks like you've chosen where. I don't know who I'm cooking for, and they don't know what I'm cooking with. Although, I'm guessing they'll probably be able to figure it out. I can smell pine needles, and I hear a babbling brook, so... Oh my God! This is amazing. This is my dream. All season long, I've been asking for fire, and I'm gonna have fire, and I'm outside. Thank you. So I'm gonna make a 3-course meal over a campfire. I've gotta get some kindling to get started. Let's go make a fire. You thought you had me with a campfire, but this is actually a gift. I've been making fires for truly as long as I can remember. I grew up in the country, we have a really big fireplace, and every single night in the winter, we build a fire because it's so cold. I usually put a bunch of newspaper crumpled up, ton of kindling on top. Luckily, we're in the woods, we have an abundance of kindling, and then make like a kind of teepee situation around it with the wood. And as soon as it gets hot, then you can add more wood and kind of shift it into, you know, some having direct heat, some having lower heat, so I'll have some more control over the campfire. I have a grate to cook with, which is making it so, I don't want to say easy, but easy. Before I light this fire, we need to talk fire safety. We've been working with the Angeles National Forest. They know we're filming here. There's a ton of people on fire watch. I've got Ryan with me. He's gonna be watching the fire, making sure there's no debris, anything happening. Let's light this fire. My confidence level is a 10 right now. While my fire is going and getting really hot, getting ready, I'm gonna start on dessert. I'm making a plum cardamom orange crumble. I did a Tasty 101 about this, so I feel very prepared. So I'm starting off with some plums. Did I seriously just put salt? I cannot be trusted. What is wrong with me?
Was that salt?
Yeah, it was literally just salt. Oh no, oh no. I'm gonna go wash these plums off. Stand by. I have to stop doing that. I also just said a minute before that I was level 10 confident, so I think I need to bring my ego down about 5 notches and stay away from salt. Sugar. Great. Some flour as a binder. You could use cornstarch too. Orange zest. I'm just mixing everything together. The plums can actually just hang out in this skillet. Okay, moving on to the filling. I've got flour, oats, salt intentionally, sugar, very intentionally, cinnamon, and cardamom. Just some mix, and then some cold cube butter. And I'm just gonna take my hands, incorporate it, and then kind of crumble it. You know, I think a challenge is going to be that I know how long this takes in an oven, or even on a grill, but over a campfire, it's gonna be a little trickier in terms of timing. Crumble's done. I'm gonna wash my hands, cover this with foil, and get this on the fire. I've got these really great safety gloves. This fire is really hot. Campfires can actually get up to over 500 degrees, so I've got a ton of options. It's probably too hot for the crumble now, but I want to get it going. The flames are going to die down a bit. It actually looks like it's at the perfect spot for my entree. I've got a few different elements, but one of them is fire roasted eggplant, where you actually just bury it in the coals. I'm gonna get a head start doing that, move on to my prep. For my appetizer, zucchini and halloumi salad. All done over the grill, of course. When I use the blender, I thinly sliced zucchini on a mandolin, so I'm gonna do the same thing. They'll probably grill really fast, but that's okay. I'm just gonna sprinkle them with a little salt. This is gonna draw moisture out. Just gonna slice cucumbers, easy. I'm gonna make some pickled red onions over the fire. Pickling's really easy. You basically need vinegar, sugar and salt. Oh, and water. I'm gonna add some peppercorns and some coriander seeds. So now this liquid is gonna go over the fire. I'm just gonna cut up this cheese really, really fast. Ooh, baby. Oh my God. Cobbler has been taken over by the plums, but it's okay. Woo! Okay, definitely time for tinfoil to come on. Got my pickling liquid, which can go on the hottest part. Put that right here. I'm just gonna let this go for a few minutes, and my eggplant looks absolutely perfect. I mean, whoo, just falling apart. It's like legit collapsed into itself, which is exactly what I want. I've got a new set of dish gloves. Oh my God, so cool. And you just take a spoon and all that beautiful, perfectly cooked eggplant, not the skin, goes inside. My pickling liquid is ready to go. I'm gonna add the onions. So now that the onions are in and the pickling liquid is hot, I can actually take it off the heat and I'll just let it rest to room temperature. This cobbler is definitely taking longer than it would in an oven, but it looks kind of cool and rustic. I'm just gonna throw some peppers on the grill. I'm really excited about my entree. I'm gonna do this whole Mediterranean spread. So I'm gonna make lamb kofta, which are like oblong lamb meatballs. First things first, I'm gonna put garlic in the grill too. Just a little bit of olive oil. Wrapping it up. You can just stick this literally right in the fire. Gonna work on the lamb kofta. So I've got mint, parsley, salt, cumin, some smoked paprika. Oh, I've got everything in my bowl for my lamb kofta, and then just gonna mix it all together. My peppers are so charred, so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm just gonna peel the charred skin right off. I was hoping that the crumble was gonna turn golden brown. It's definitely cooked through. It just doesn't have that classic color. It's also getting kind of jammy on top, like this jammy plum mass. So I'm gonna take it off. I think it's fine. It's not gonna be an oven crumble, but it's baked through. It'll be delicious. You don't wanna shape these into meatballs. You wanna make them into these like oblong, an extra large egg, maybe a duck egg. I'm just gonna skewer it. My kofta are done. I have a bit more prep to do, but I'm gonna have Ryan put them on the grill. Ryan?
You rang.
If you can just put these over the grill, medium, high heat.
Okay, sounds good.
This is the best. I'm gonna add some lemons. The lemons, I just want them to get really charred and beautiful. I'm gonna use that for the baba ganoush and for a vinaigrette. I'm gonna make this kind of garlic herby spread. I'm gonna grab the garlic out of the fire. The garlic is a bit charred, it's soft. It's just gonna add a really nice smoky flavor to the whole spread. I'm just smashing it, and I'm just gonna make it into kind of like a paste. A few pepper flakes. I'm gonna add some green olives. I'm gonna add some capers, just to add a little more brininess. I'm gonna hit it with some olive oil, and I'm gonna add salt too. Give it a stir. I'm gonna let this herby situation hang out. These are good. Ooh. They smell absolutely incredible. They look like they're cooked perfectly, so we'll see when she tries them. Look at those lemons. I'm just gonna move them here. These zucchini are super thin, so I imagine it's gonna take less than 2 minutes, if that. Halloumi, just at the bottom. Halloumi is a really firm cheese, so it's pretty ideal for grilling. Taking the lemons. Ooh, great. They're just slightly charred, which is what I want. I don't want them to fall apart, just have a little smokiness from the grill. Yeah, the cheese is melting at a very fast pace. Oof, okay. No, come on, little guy. Oh, hey! My confidence level on the salad is like a 9. I'm gonna put Ryan on fire watch. Fire's nearly out, and get everything assembled. Now that everything's grilled, I have a few more things to do. I'm gonna actually have, before the fire goes down, I'm gonna have Ryan just grill these quickly. Ryan? This is the best way to cook. I'm gonna add some of the lemon juice to my herby thing. Oh my God. It's so good. Okay, wow. The grilled garlic and grilled lemons just intensify the flavors even more. Got my eggplant from earlier. Gonna add some tahini, lemon again. Gonna add a bit of salt, olive oil. Oh my God. This is definitely the best campfire meal I've ever made. For the peppers, see how they've kind of collapsed into themselves. They have this amazing charred skin, and you can just peel it right off. That's the joy of a charred pepper. I thought maybe I'd make like a platter, a tray. Let's see how that goes. Course 2, Mediterranean plate, is done. So now I'm just gonna plate this salad. Let's add some mint. The onions have probably been pickling for probably 2 or 3 hours, but After an hour, you can use them. Tiny bit of olive oil, a little bit of sumac, and salt. This is so pretty. I'm so happy. My taste tester has arrived, and I think staying in line with the campfire theme, I'm gonna serve the crumble just in the cast iron. I think it's time for them to taste.
Hi, I'm Hitomi. I am a nifty producer here at BuzzFeed, and I am a huge outdoor enthusiast. I used to be a marine biologist. I love camping. Usually on the weekends, I try to find some fun things to do outside. I'm super excited to see what Alexis uses today because we are outdoors and, you know, there's so many options now. They have solar ovens. You have these small little stovetop ovens. So there's so many things, but I know what she's gonna make is gonna be amazing, so I'm super excited.
I think this was my favorite day of the entire season, and it's the taste test I'm most excited for. So can we bring them in?
Bring her in.
Hi!
I'm so excited. Oh, thank you for having me.
The perfect taste tester.
Oh, yay.
I think you are the biggest outdoors person I know.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you go skiing, you go camping, you go hiking, you do everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm very excited to be here.
Course one, your appetizer,
Oh my goodness.
is a zucchini and halloumi salad.
It smells good.
What does it smell like to you?
Like summer, but I feel like summer smells like barbecue and charcoal, and it definitely comes out.
Course two, this whole Mediterranean spread.
This is like insane over the top for at a campsite having this come out. I'm glamping. Like this is I'm glamping right now. Just gonna do
Yeah, that's the move.
one of these, a Mediterranean taco.
Wow, that looks really good.
So good.
Is it good? Can I? Okay, I'm gonna do the same.
And this lemon, grilled lemons are great for anything. Like I bet it would be great. Did you use this here?
Hey. Okay, final course.
Oh, beauty.
It is, I know it looks crazy. It's a plum cardamom crumble.
It's almost like if a lemon tart was a plum tart. Like the same consistency.
Totally.
You made a curd, a plum curd.
Totally,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it tastes like.
This is so good. These are the kind of unexpected things that happen when you're camping. And now you have this like whole new masterpiece that you could be like, yo, I made a plum tart.
Hey, plum curd, it's a new thing. Hitomi, you've probably figured it out by now, but what do you think I made this meal with?
Firewood, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's firewood.
I mean, you could smell it in the food. I wish you guys could smell it because you could smell that like that wood burning grill, the char.
Yeah, there's nothing else like it. There's no appliance, there's no tool, there's nothing else except firewood and campfire that can give you those flavors.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
trekking
you.
up here,
Oh my
an
God.
hour into the woods.
I love it. This is like best work day ever, so thank you so much.
What an amazing season. I feel proud of myself. I feel excited. I feel creatively inspired. Honestly, I didn't know that I could do half of this stuff, and it was great. Campfire cooking was great, blender, easy bake oven. I feel so lucky that I got to do this. Thank you, internet, for all your suggestions, your tips, your advice, and even some of your crazy ideas. I'm Alexis. Thanks for watching the first season of Chef Out of Water. Let me know in the comments if you've made any crazy campfire meals. I'd love to see.